begin in 3, 2, 1. Cube and button-based testing remains an important tool for science, even in a dire emergency. If cube and button-based testing caused this emergency, don't worry. If you feel liquid running down your neck, relax, lie on your back, and apply immediate pressure to your temples. You are simply experiencing a rare reaction in which the material emancipation grill may have emancipated the ear tubes inside your head. Good. Because of the technical difficulties we are currently experiencing, your test environment. If the Earth is currently governed by a manner of animal king, sentient cloud, or other governing body that either refuses to or is incapable of listening to reason. Some emergency testing may require prolonged interaction with lethal military androids. Rest assured that all lethal This next test is very dangerous. To help you remain tranquil in the face of almost certain death, smooth jazz will be deployed in 3, 2, 1. You have trapped yourself. Congratulations. The exit door is now open. If the Enrichment Center is currently being bombarded with fireballs, meteorites, or other objects from space, please avoid unsheltered testing areas wherever a lack of shelter from space. Well done. The Enrichment Center reminds you that although circumstances may appear, this next test applies the principles of momentum to movement through portals. If the laws of physics no longer apply, if you are a non-employee who has discovered this facility amid the ruins of civilization, welcome. And remember, testing is the future, and the future starts with you. Good work getting this far, future starter. That said, to ensure that sufficient power remains for core testing protocols, all safety devices have been disabled. The Enrichment Center respects your right to have questions or concerns about this policy.
Hello? Hello? Excuse me?
Here we are, the incinerator room. Be careful not to trip. There it is. Once tapped, good. You have the dual portal device. There. Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. Not bad. I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though. This next test involves discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your... well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it... Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you. It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, science has now validated. Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension. One moment. You are navigating these test chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and Do whatever it is you do. I'll give you credit. I guess you are listening to me. And for the record, you don't have to go. This next test involves the Aperture Science Aerial Faceplate. It was part of an initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results. Here's an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive. Let's see what the next test is. Oh, advanced aerial faceplates. Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of broken glass. By myself. Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them, standing around, smelling and being useless. Try to avoid the garbage hurtling towards you. Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? Did you know that people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noises? I'm sorry, I don't know why that went off. Anyway, just an interesting science. Every test chamber is equipped with an emancipation grill at its exit, so that test subjects This next test involves emancipation grills. Remember, I told you about them in the last test area that did not have one.
It's me!
Look at you, sailing through the air majestically, like an eagle, piloting a blimp. Enjoy this next test. I'm going to go to the surface. It's a beautiful day out. Yesterday I saw a deer. If you solve this next test, maybe I'll let you ride an elevator all the way up to the break room. And I'll tell you about the time I saw a deer again. Well, you passed the test. I didn't see the deer today. These bridges are made from natural light that I pump in from the surface. If you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside with the sun shining on your face. It would also set your hair on fire, so don't actually do it. Excellent. You're a predator, and these tests are your prey. Speaking. Good news. I figured out what to do with all the money I save recycling your one room full of air. When you die, I'm going to laminate your skeleton and pose you in the lobby. That way future generations can learn from you how not to have your... Well done. In fact, you did so well, I'm going to note this on your file, in the common data. This next test involves turrets. You remember them, right? They're the pale spherical things that are full of bullets. Oh wait, that's you in 5 seconds. Good luck. To maintain a constant testing cycle, I simulate daylight at all hours and add adrenal vapor to your oxygen supply. So you may be confused about the passage of time. The point is, yesterday was your birthday. That jumpsuit you're wearing looks stupid. That's not me talking. It's right here in your file. On other people it looks fine. But right here a scientist has noted that on you it looks stupid. Well, what does a neck-bearded old engineer know about fashion? He probably... I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage. I have a surprise waiting for you after this next test. Telling you would spoil the surprise. So I'll just give you a hint. It involves meeting two people you haven't seen in a long time. It says this next test was designed by one of Aperture's Nobel Prize winners. It doesn't say what the prize was for. Well, I know it wasn't for being immune to neurotoxin. I bet you think I forgot about your surprise. I didn't. In fact, I made it all up. Surprise. Oh, come on. If it makes you feel any better, they abandoned you at birth. So I very seriously doubt they'd even want to see you. Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while. So I guess it's actually pretty funny when you do the math. I thought about our dilemma, and I came up with a solution that I... Federal regulations require me to warn you that this next test chamber is looking pretty good. That's right. The facility is completely up. I've got a surprise for you after this next test. Not a fake, tragic surprise like last time. A real surprise with tragic... What's going on?
Run! I don't need to do the voice. Run! 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 Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Run! For goodness sake!
The irony is you were almost at the last test.
Come on! Come on! Ah! What's going on in there? Courage! But courage! Ah, brilliant! You made it through. Well done. Okay, follow me. We've still got work to do. At least you can't touch us back here. Ooh, it's dark down here, isn't it? They say that the old caretaker of this place went absolutely crazy. Chopped up his entire staff of robots. All of them robots. They say at night you could still hear the screams of their replicas. All of them functionally indistinguishable from the originals. No memory of the incident. Here's an interesting story, you might like this. I almost got a job down here in manufacturing, but guess who the foreman went with? Only an exact duplicate of himself, nepotism. Ended up giving me the worst possible job, tending to all the smelly... Oh, I'll tell you, humans, oh, love them. Just the way they look is great, and they're bright. Well, I'm gonna take this well. Follow me, you're gonna love this. Ta-da! Only the turret control center. Thank you very much. See that scanner out there, right? It's deciding which turrets to keep and which to toss. And it's using that master turret there as a template. Now, if we pull out the template... How long's the door been open? I mean, was there any sort of announcement before it opened? Like a buzzer or an alarm of some kind? Or like a hacker alert? I mean, you know, fair enough. The important thing is it's a bring your daughter to work day. That did not end well. And 40 potato batteries. Embarrassing. I mean, I realise they're children, but still, you know, low-hanging fruit and all that. Fairly science, really, is it? Don't worry, I'm absolutely guaranteeing you 100% that it's... Okay, let's try this way. All right, now, she can't use it... Ha! I knew we were going the right way. This is the neurotoxin generator. Bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just, you know, push it over. Have to... there's our handiwork. I shouldn't laugh, really. They do feel pain, of a sort. It's all simulated, you know. What are you doing? You don't know what that about. Do you smell neurotoxin? Hold on, the neurotoxin level. Hold on, something's wrong. That did it. You're gas.
Not so fast.
Stalemate resolved.
No, stop! No! No!
Let's get started. This first test involves something the lab boys call repulsion gel. You're not part of the control group, by the way. You get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen. Broke every bone in his legs. Tragic, but informative. Or so I'm told. The lab boys just informed me that I should not have mentioned the control group. They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages. I pay the bills here, I can talk about the control group all damn day. Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel. All these science spheres are made of asbestos, by the way. Keeps out the rats. Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping. Because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos. Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos... I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it so we can track the neuronal activity. Now, if you're part of control group Kepler-7, we implanted a tiny microchip about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast. about the size of a postcard into your skull. Most likely you've forgotten it's even there. But if it starts vibrating and beeping during this next test, let us know. Because that means it's about to hit 500 degrees, so we're going to need to go ahead and get that out of you pretty fast. Congratulations! The simple fact that you're standing here listening to me means you've made a glorious contribution to science. As founder and CEO of Aperture Science, I thank you for your participation and hope we can count on you for another round of tests. We're not going to release this stuff into the wild until it's good and damn ready, so as long as you keep yourself in top physical form, there will always be a limo. Greetings, friend. I'm Cave Johnson, CEO of Aperture Science. You might know us as a vital participant in the testing area is just up ahead. The quicker you get through, the quicker you'll get your $60. Carolyn, are the compensation vouchers ready?
Yes, sir, Mr. Johnson.
Great job, astronaut, war hero, and/or Olympian. If you're interested in an additional $60, flag down a test associate and let them know. You could walk out of here with 120 weighing down your bindle if you let us take you apart, put some science stuff in you, then put you back together. In case you're interested, there's still some positions available. Thank you. I can't believe I'm thanking these people. For staggering your way through Aperture Science's propulsion gel testing, you've made some real contributions to society for a change, and for that, humanity is grateful. If you had any belongings, please pick them up now. No one will do favors and sticks. Welcome to the enrichment center. Since making test participation mandatory for all employees, the quality of our test subjects has risen dramatically. Employee retention, however, has not. As a result, you may have heard we're going to phase out human testing. There's still a few things left to wrap up, though. The bean counters told me we literally could not afford to buy $7 worth of moon rocks, much less 70 million. Bought them anyway. Round them up, mix them into a gel. Guess what? Roundup moon rocks are pure poison. I am deathly ill. Still, it turns out they're a great portal conductor. So now, we're going to see if jumping in and out of these new portals can somehow lead to lunar poison on a man's bloodstream.
I know things look bleak, but that crazy man down there was right. Let's not take these lemons. We are going to march right back upstairs and make him put me back in my body. And he'll probably kill us. And he'll probably kill us because he's incredibly powerful and I have... And he'll probably kill us because he's incredibly powerful and I have no plan. Wow.
Hello, this is Kojo. I've been added in so I can finish commentating this run, as well as the other two. Actually, I need to load up the commentary stream as well. Let me see here. So it does look like Kenny, even and Lathil are going to be doing a best out of 3. Still got some more to go, and hopefully I can also, once Lathil's stream loads up, we can maybe get the right amount of delay on them as well, so we can get the timers even.
Your only purpose, walking onto buttons. How can you not do the one warmer, boiling hot, okay, colder, ice cold.
I know Lathil's stream, we got that.
Very cold, very
it's what, 0.2 FPS maybe.
You have no idea
Have we ever tracked in FPM, frames per minute?
To test.
Maybe
All the
like
time.
5
Oh, I get
FPM?
This itch, you know, it must be hardwired into the
Hey,
system.
Burger40.
Oh, design this test
I guess I can talk about
yourself.
Can't Even, though. He's going through test. Very nice little beat portal there. Hit that button really quick. Test is a fantastic map. One of the harder test chambers in the game, for sure. Wheatley designed it himself. As you can see, of course, hitting the button is a very, very difficult trick. Let's see. Try FPH? Yeah, perhaps. Let's see.
It's alright. Everything's good. I just invented some more tests.
Yeah, I pulled up Lathil's stream. It does look like it's
Tests there on the
something
wall.
on his end.
Oh, wow. Well done. Seriously.
However, Lathil is doing pretty hot. You know, looks to have completed, you know, prop flings in a few seconds. Metallica there. Oh, this is exciting. Can't Even preserving his funnel fly in ceiling button, and is going to put the cube on the ceiling button. Fantastic stuff.
Well done.
All we had to do was pull that.
Let me pop out chat as well.
I thought of some good news. He's going to run out of test chambers eventually.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off with the trying to do the stream delay, since it looks like
You're not gonna believe this. I found a
I'm not sure.
silver
It looks like Lathil just
It's a perfectly good test chamber.
might be behind in real time as well. I honestly can't tell.
Oh, disappointed.
But Can't Even's gonna and very nice quick cube throw there. Throw that cube and tap the button as he's pressed against the door so that he can slide through.
Test was seriously disappointing. Apparently, being
Lathil is about to go through a portal here. Oh, it looks like he got the strafe onto the catwalk. Can't Even finishing up Polarity.
Now he's playing classical music.
Can't Even's gonna go for the portal cut. There we go. Sort of a weird little portal shot you can do onto that definitely not portable surface. Ooh, through the cube, and it sort of bounced and hit the button, which he might have been able to squeeze through the door if he was still pressed against it, but just decides to go and set it up as normal. And it looks like Lathil is preparing to do lemon skip. It might be a few minutes before we can see how successful he is.
Are you absolutely sure you're solving these correctly? I mean, yes, you solved it, but I'm wondering if maybe there's a number of ways to solve them.
I think he's getting desperate. This is not.
Have a brainwave. I'm going to tape you solving these, and then watch 10 at once. Get a more sort of concentrated version.
SpeedGaming French's rating.
Oh, on a related note, I am
Bonsoir.
going to solve these 10 times.
That's the only French I know.
Anyway, just give me a wave.
We're currently racing Portal 2, our first match in a best of 3 with Can't Even and Lathil. Can't Even appears to be in the lead. Lathil's having some streaming trouble, so we're not quite sure what's going on their end.
Remember when I told you that he was specifically designed to make bad decisions? My facility. This place is self-destructing, you idiot.
I'm really quite a fan of the Metallica loading screens.
Alright, still nothing. Let's keep moving. Sorry about the lift. It's out of service. Might as well, give you the tour. To your left, you'll see some lights of some kind. Don't know what they do.
Can't Even gets, very nice milkshake there. If you go fast enough, just the right angle, coming through that really fast funnel, you can get your vision back after the fade out and get a good strafe into the next level. And now in prop catch is to actually get a turn portal funneling off and a very, very cool fling to the end of the level like that. Ah, there we go. There's the Metallica. Sorry for spoiling.
Or maybe he still is, in which case, wow, that's...
Only 3 more chambers to your big surprise. Oh, it's tiring.
So, he's inexplicably happy all of a sudden, even though he should be going...
bet you're both dying to know what your big surprise is. Well, only 2 more.
Ken even is moving on to the
Surprise!
the last chapter of the game, chapter 9, the part where he kills you. This is that part. If you are unfamiliar, we are playing the Portal 2 Speedrun mod, which is a mod that was released about 6 or 7 months ago, and it removes cutscenes and mandatory waiting times in the game, sort of streamlines the speedrun, makes it a little bit more exciting to run as well as watch. Ooh, can't even going for the portal fling there, but kind of hits the top of the portal, doesn't quite make it through, just has to try it again. And Lathil is 4 minutes in the past, is going for the tube bounce. Looks like he might have had to reload a save and try it again. Tube bounce is kind of one of those tricks. You're bouncing off of a tube that for some reason it has the same properties as the blue gel, so it's a little bit bouncy. Kind of takes a couple tries. It's if you get bounced off the tube, which is really easy to do because it's tube-ish nature. Can't even's gonna hop and just strafe. Ooh, he's gonna strafe in front of those turrets, which you can just make it if you do correctly. Unfortunately, that's the doing it correctly is the name of the game. Gonna make a slightly better quick save, but it doesn't matter because he gets a second try.
Crushing's too good for him. First, he'll spend a year in the incinerator. Year 2, cryogenic refrigeration wing. Then 10 years in the chamber I built where all...
Looks like Lathil is
Okay, I'll take that as a no then.
in test. Looks like he did make it through Wheatley's first part, putting the cube onto the button. Good stuff. Can't even is approaching Finale 4, the final level with the Wheatley boss fight. A very cool boss fight for a for a puzzle game, in my opinion. You have to put the corrupted cores back onto Wheatley in order to make him corrupt enough to replace him with GLaDOS. And again, you know, we're playing a speedrun mod, so one of the cool things, just as an example, is that Wheatley, the boss fight, will begin pretty much immediately. Normally he takes a second in monologues before shooting the bombs, but speedrun mod, he just goes ahead and gets started immediately. You can hop onto the railings here to grab this first core. There's a little push trigger if you're not hopped on the railing, if you're still on the catwalk, that pushes you back. So jumping like that is actually a pretty neat couple-second time save. And it's going to put the second core on. Meanwhile, looks like Lathil is finishing up his, funnel intro. I was going to say Fizzler intro. It's a different map with another F name.
Warning. Core corruption at 100%.
You have been a thorn in my side long enough.
Stalemate resolution associated. Please press the stalemate resolution button.
And Ken even goes for the early moonshot and gets it. First try. Finishes with a time of 31 minutes and 29 seconds. Very nice. Lathil is still about 5 minutes behind. I think this is the point when the Avengers are going to show up and try and get the Infinity Stones from the alternate timeline. Lathil is finishing up ceiling, what's it called? Ceiling button? I was going to say ceiling catch. That's not quite right. So it looks like Lathil is going for that same cube throw in wall button. Just has to press against the door, and looks like he did get it in some point last couple seconds. Unfortunately, the stream is a little bit choppy, a little bit trickier to decipher what's going on. Lathil is going into Polarity, pretty easy map. They left the door open, so if you have the funnel flying going into the map, you can just fly to the end, and it looks like that's what he's doing.
Now, if you're part of control group Kepler
I'm not sure
7,
if we have audio for Lathil, if that would function. I'm going to try it out. Yeah, it looks like we might not even have audio. We'll switch it back to can't even so we can hear his very cool crazy box practice, except for he didn't get the blue gel up there. Lathil is finishing up funnel catch. Looks like he did get the portal cut and put that portal up at the very end of the map. Metallica loading screen. Good stuff. I do like Metallica. They got some pretty good songs. Master of Puppets. One. Nothing Else Matters. Lathil is going in and stop the box. Looks like he did catch the box and presumably successfully put it on the button because he's going towards the exit door, which seems to be open. I'm enjoying the blue gel ASMR. All these squishy jelly noises. Very sick burn. I have solipsism. Can't even, more like can't even do crazy box. Except maybe he did crazy box too well since he's over on this little platform area. Has the perfect view of the entire crazy box chamber. Good stuff. We are talking about the stream delay. I think we might try and restart the stream. not the SpeedGaming stream, but Lathil's broadcast, so you can get that synced up. I guess I can go ahead and mark, though, because we do know that Can't Even did indeed finish before Lathil. Spoiler alert, because it doesn't look like he might finish on stream, but it looks like 34:45 is going to be his ending time. Okay, it looks like Lathil's broadcast is back, looking better. Slightly. Perhaps. More like a laughable speedrun. Oh my goodness. Sick burns all around. I'm trying to see the best way to refresh the cropping. We're gonna see if Lathil is maybe able to try a different Twitch server or something like that to fix the stream FPS. And Can't Even is off. Hopefully Lathil not too far behind. Alright. So now I can properly commentate now that I'm seeing everything for, everything in the run in its entirety. Can't Even starting off on Container Ride here. Unfortunately, no Container Rides in the Speedrun mod because that's a nice chunky cutscene that the mod cuts out. Can't Even doing that pretty well. You want to hop on the button in order to make sure that those doors open up. Lathil is indeed experiencing a little bit of lag, but is about to go through the portal and looks like is completing Container Ride as well. Can't Even looks like he kind of strafed into the cube before picking it up. Lost a little bit of speed there. Just has to re-strafe and get that back. But finishes up the second map of the game, Portal Carousel. Lathil a little bit delayed, but appears to be completing the carousel just as well. Can't Even picking up the signature red portal gun. Quite impressive that Can't Even's entire brand is a color. Not unforeseen in the speedrun community as well. Another popular runner, M Sushi, also branding himself based on another color,
Deploy.
the purple
In
color.
3, 2,
But Can't Even is going into smooth jazz. Very
you
cool.
have yourself. Congratulations. The
Very
exit
cool
door is
level.
now open.
Gonna go ahead and shoot a portal here, grab a cube, and then use the portal's hitbox to actually clip it through the door. And the game does have a little bit of a backup trigger, since that is possible to do
If the enrichment center is currently being
the
bombarded with
intended
fireballs,
way of completing the
meteorites,
chamber,
or other
or not
objects from
intended, I
space,
guess, but in a
please
glitchless
avoid
way.
unsheltered
So the
testing
game
areas
developers
wherever a
did
lack of
put in a
shelter will
failsafe
back.
there.
The enrichment center reminds you that although circumstances may appear bleak,
Can't Even very quickly, portal stands up to the button, shoots the cube, and then sort of portal stands the cube over and grabs it as it falls through the portal. And if you missed it, it was pretty quick. If you missed that trick, you can see it again right now.
welcome. And remember,
Very nicely
testing
done.
is the future, and the future starts with you. Good work getting this far, future starter. That said,
Looks like Lathil is entering cube momentum as well. It's going to do a very similar trick. Yep, looks like he grabbed the cube just fine.
the enrichment center
And is heading off to the
will
next
welcome
level.
Questions or concerns about this policy?
Hello? Hello? Excuse me?
Can't Even finishing up Secret Panel, a map that, thanks to the mod removing cutscenes, does not actually have any secrets or panels. Not a big deal, though. Going into Wake Up, as soon as he gets past that wall there, a mostly bunny hopping focused map, where you have to sort of hop around GLaDOS' remains here and get underneath her in order to activate her, wake her up again. But we'll just go straight to Incinerator, thanks to the mod cutting out that cutscene. And Lathil as well looks like is finishing up with the future starter. And is going to Secret Panel now.
Here we are.
Ooh, fantastic! We actually do get some video. We did see Lathil hit that nice portal shot. Can't Even's gonna ramp off that little thing at the beginning of the Incinerator in order to get a little bit closer to the end. Very nice strafe and very quick portal shots on the way to the end of the Incinerator. Nicely done.
Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. Not bad. I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though.
Can't Even finishing laser intro.
This next test
Don't really need to
involves
use the laser
discouragement
because you can just shoot a
redirection
portal
cube.
and then strafe
I
to the
just
end,
finished building
which he
them
does get
before you
first
had
try.
them.
Sometimes it can be a little bit
Well
tricky.
done. Here come the
May
test
not
results.
always hit that strafe
You
completely,
are a
but
horrible.
does it just fine. And now finishes up laser stairs
Don't let
by
that
grabbing the
horrible
cube as it
person
falls
think
through,
discouraged.
similar to what we saw in Cube
Just a
Momentum and
data
Future
point.
Starter.
If it makes
And
you
then
feel
pulls
any
it to the
better,
end because the
science has now
big end of the level,
validated Earth
above the
mother's
stairs,
decision to abandon
actually
the
does have a
one
portable
doorstep.
surface, so you can just shoot a portal up there.
Congratulations. Not on the test.
Can't Even
Most
now is going to
people
go for the
eventually
laser switch glitch.
ascension.
Kind of has to go back and reshoot the portals. I couldn't see if he shot the wrong portal. Perhaps he did. But the laser switch glitch, if there is multiple laser receptacles that have to be activated in order to open a door to finish the level, they only need to be activated simultaneously for one tick, which you can do by just shooting a portal and switching the lasers very quickly while you're pressed up against the door. Lathil, ooh, nice stair hops from Lathil going into laser stairs. Gonna do that same strat. Portal the cube up to the button and finish it up.
Test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results were highly. Here's an interesting
Can't Even's gonna
fact.
grab the cube here
You're
on
not
catapult
breathing
intro and
very
actually
well.
hit it
It's too
in midair
expensive.
to stop his momentum and get back on the aerial faceplate just
Let's see what
about
the
a
next
second
test
faster
is.
than if you
Oh,
landed normally.
Advanced aerial faceplate.
A nice little trick.
Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of broken glass. By
And
myself.
Lathil is approaching laser overgoo. I didn't even talk about laser
I'm
overgoo
still cleaning
as
up the
Can't
test
Even did it.
chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them.
But it looks like
Standing
Lathil is going to go
around,
for the same
smelling
Wetmaker
and
strat.
being useless. Try
And
to
gets
avoid
it
the
first try.
contact
Circle
between
jump,
portals.
re-portal
Remember before when I was
with
talking about
throwing the
smelling
cube and then
garbage
re-grabbing
standing
it in
around
midair
being
in order to take it to the end of the level. And while I said all that, Can't Even finish Trust Flings, which is done. A couple tricks you can do in Trust Flings, which Can't Even did all of them, grabbing, or excuse me, strafing around instead of taking the trustlings all the way to where he needed to go. And now is actually going to do the super reportal strat. Ooh, and just crouches and makes it up onto the end. That was almost very close to falling back down, but he did get it. So the super reportal in that map is done by shooting portals at a specific angle in order to get yourself stuck in the geometry of the map, which gives you just enough time to shoot multiple portals and get the reportal speed boost that you get when you're standing inside of a portal and you shoot the opposite color. Looks like Lathil is going through trustlings now, while Can't Even is heading into ceiling catapult. I say heading into, he's about halfway done already.
Look at you, sailing through the air majestically.
He's going to go ahead and get some speed here. Do a couple hops and then reportal through in order to get enough height off of the slanted platform in order to get to the end of the map. Looks like Lathil as well did very well getting to the end of Pit Flings. Pit Flings is one of those maps where if you mess it up, unfortunately, it's a bit tricky, no matter how you choose to do it, whether the reportal or the super reportal or the triple reportal. Can't Even very nicely done on Ricochet. Uses the cube to push himself back against the wall where that faith plate is. SpeedGaming rating with a
if you rubbed your cheek on one, it would be like standing outside
party of 140. I think your stream is a bit behind. Oh no.
Set your hair on fire, so
maybe I'll refresh my stream.
Excellent. You're a predator, and these tests are your prey.
Well, hello everybody from SpeedGaming. This is our Portal 2 Speedrun mod tournament, our race between Can't Even and Lathil. Can't Even, the current world record holder, and Lathil not too far behind.
I figured out what to do with all the money I
In
saved
his personal best.
one room full of air.
Can't Even is mega throwing. Let's see. I still can't. Totally joking. I can't get this commentary stream to load back up.
Well done. In fact, you did so well.
Okay, well, I am watching Can't Even in a loading screen, and Lathil is going into an elevator. So hopefully I'm synced back up to what you guys are seeing and hearing me talk about. Can't Even's going through turret intro, gonna portal these turrets around and then portal to the end of the map because it's pretty fast. Grab the cube, put it on the button, and very quickly reportal down to the final door. Good, awesome. Lathil a little bit choppy on the stream still, but Lathil is powering through bridge intro. Not a terribly difficult map, does have a couple moving parts. Appears to have gotten the cube on the button and portal to the exit.
The point is, yesterday was your birthday.
And yesterday was Can't Even's birthday. As he finished up
it's right here in your
that chamber, looks like going to go ahead and
right here, a scientist has
takes a second, almost dies maybe, but does get the added turret velocity and is able to, use that to get to the cube a little bit quicker.
Still, I'm going through the list of test subjects in cryogenic storage. I have a
Let's see, Lathil is now entering turret intro.
Telling you would spoil the surprise. So
as soon as I get, let's see, I think I'm going to do, let's see, 26 seconds to Can't Even. So Can't Even stream might pause for a second since he is a little bit ahead, and that might get us a little bit closer to getting synced up timers so we can get a little bit better idea of how close the runners actually are. But I guess we can look at the multiple kinds of turrets that Aperture Science has to offer. We have brick turret, brown turret as well. Looks like there might be a camo turret hiding back there. Lathil finishes up turret intro. Nicely done. All right, well, not 100% synced up, but we are a little bit closer. We can have a slightly better idea. Lathil is finishing up laser relays as Can't Even is completing Pull the Rug. one of the maps that it's just fast to do the intended way with some bunny hopping, where you have to put the cube up onto block the laser, and then when you're standing on the final platform, pull the rug and shoot the portal.
I made it all up. Surprise. Oh,
Can't even, what looks like, thanks to physics RNG, one of the cubes doesn't go straight through the portal, so has to go back and grab that, but is able to finish up the rest of the column blocker without too many issues. Lathil is on laser versus turret right now, is using the laser versus those turrets very effectively.
Well, you know the old formula. Comedy equals tragedy plus time. And you have been asleep for a while. So I guess it's actually...
Can't actually going to set up this second cube in this laser chain here, in laser chaining first. It's a little bit speedier to do that if you can line it up quickly. And then it's going to drop that first cube in order to redirect the laser and hit the 2 receptacles that you need in order to get to the end. You only have to hit the first 2 because you can do an air strafe like you did to get to the end. Lathil successfully pulling the rug as well, getting to the end of that chamber. We can see the laser switch glitch here from Can't Even. With all 3 of those receptacles very close to each other, all you have to do is sort of swipe the cube left and right very quickly, and you get that 1-tick activation where all 3 of them are activated just long enough to push against the door and get it to open.
A real surprise. With tragic... What's going on?
Run! I don't need to do the voice. Run!
Lathil as well has to go and sort of grab another cube in column blocker, or the second cube I should say. RNG just makes it a little bit tricky to get sometimes. I am told in the next version of the speedrun mod that that physics RNG might be rectified, so you get the same cube activation every time, or not cube activation, the same cube physics, I guess. But that's the word on the street. Can't Even going through Escape, not to be confused with Chapter 5, The Escape, but this map in Chapter 4, which is just called Escape. Can't Even gets a little strafe around an invisible wall there, and it's actually going to go for Sweet Spitter Route. Oh, and it's going for, I guess, a slightly easier version of it, where you get onto these lights, and then hop and strafe around in order to get to a portal platform there, which is pretty cool. You can only do that in the speedrun mod, thanks to the door being open for the entire level. But yeah, very nicely done. I didn't even know about that that light, standing on a light strat, so I might have to see if I can practice that too. Lathil is in triple laser, not laser relays. Looks like gets that laser switch glitch just as easily. Good stuff. Can't Even's gonna hop, take the safety route, it looks like, just so that the panel cycle on the conveyor belt below, it is slightly faster if you get a good panel cycle to take that lower route, but if you don't get the good cycle, you might get stopped by a panel. So he opts for the safer route on the railing.
I'll tell you, humans, love them, just the way they look.
And Lathil as well is currently escaping, or excuse me, is still in jailbreak and is about to escape. I've said it before, I quite enjoy the Chapter 5 maps. They tend to be a bit more bunny hopping and movement focused. There aren't too many portal strats to do. Can't Even's gonna do a quick one where you can portal off to the other side if you get enough height there. Can't Even's gonna forego even grabbing one of the sabotage turrets, or one of the broken turrets, in order to sabotage GLaDOS's plans. He's actually just going to go straight to the door and set up for a pancake shot, which is a very, it's kind of a precise seam shot on these kinds of doors that you can do, that require a bit precise of a setup. Looks like it might take a couple tries to get to. Meanwhile, Lathil is hopping on through the turret factory, is just using the speedrun blue fog in order to see where he's going. Whereas Can't Even, had some matte ambient bind in order to turn on the lights on, make it a little bit easier. Looks like Can't Even did get through that door as I was talking, and is now hopping on with Wheatley to the end.
Don't worry, I'm absolutely guaranteeing you 100% that it's this way. Okay, let's try this way. Ha! I knew we were going the right way. This is the neurotoxin generator. Bit bigger than I expected. Not going to be able to just, push it over. Have to apply some clever... Ha! There's our handiwork. I shouldn't laugh, really. They do feel pain.
Ken even kind of bumps into the railing. Not a big deal. Just has to restart his hop pattern and keep going. Bunny hopping, I haven't talked about it yet, but it is the main method of movement in the game. If you've played other Source or Gold Source games, you're probably familiar with the ideas of bunny hopping. Slightly different in Portal 2 because of a couple different factors. One, there's a sort of soft speed cap, which you get at 300 horizontal velocity, where you are not able to airstreaf anymore. So as you're hopping through tight corridors, you kind of want to keep your speed just underneath 300. But now, for example, where Can't Even's going in a straight line here, it's not a big deal if he goes above 300 speed because he's just going in a straight line.
Stalemate resolved.
No, stop, no, no.
Lathil is looks like he's also going for that pancake shot in turret sabotage, and does make it through. Very nicely done. As Can't Even has fallen into the bowels of aperture science. In the underground, he's going to stand on this little keep out rubble here and get a very nice portal shot. It's a little bit tricky to do sometimes. And then hits those buttons and reportals to the end. Can't Even now on the map, Cave Johnson. Unfortunately, we're not actually going to hear anything from Cave Johnson on this map, because Can't Even is going to get a portal shot on this wall and portal stand up to the elevator shaft, and then is going to use the push trigger along with a reportal to bounce off that pipe and straight into the elevator. Very nicely done. Took a second to maybe line up that reportal, but very, very well executed. Especially compared to the second race, where it seemed that he took maybe a couple more tries to hit that reportal than this time around.
Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All joking aside, that did happen.
Can't Even's going to go for a button stick here. Gets a second try. Very nicely done. Unfortunately, he hits the button but doesn't shoot the portal, so he's going to go ahead and grab the cube again. And he's going to use the cube clip here to push himself through the ground into the next test chamber and save some time from bunny hopping. Looks like Lathil is approaching the underground as well, while Can't Even is step-dadding to stick that button, and gets that pretty speedily too. I'm not sure if that was fast enough to actually warrant going for it and not just getting the cube, but that's probably my fault. I wasn't paying the closest attention. Lathil's going for that far shot, and looks like is able to get it pretty easily.
I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it, so we can track the neuronal...
Let's go ahead and I'm going to do 12 more seconds on Can't Even's delay, just to get them back up. I know it's going to be very suspenseful because we're about to watch Can't Even do Crazy Box, which is one of the harder strats in the game, as he strafes up and gets the stuck launch. I don't even know if this delay activated. Well, I guess not. Oh well. But he does get that Crazy Box strat. Very nicely done. Skips pretty much the entire puzzle part of the test, except now he has to actually shoot a portal, and unfortunately that portal sparks here in order to fling up to the levers and the rest of that level. Lathil's going for that button stick as well in Repulsion Intro, and looks like he gets it. Can't even going for the finicky portal shot. That little panel there is quite picky about where it wants the portal to be shot on it, but he does get it. And Lathil is going for the cube clip.
Yes, sir, Mr.
And it looks like he uses sort of a different setup or a different lineup, but he does get it. Meanwhile, Can't Even in propulsion intro doesn't even use the propulsion gel and just reportals to the end. Here we go. It looks like now there's going to be some delay added. Just took some time for it to realize what I wanted.
Flag down a test associate and let them know. You could walk out of here with 120 weighing down your bindle if you let us take you apart, put some science stuff in you.
Oh no, my commentary stream is down. I'm in the dark. And I can't even do propulsion flings. Understandable, it's a pretty fast map.
Believe I'm thanking these people. For staggering your way through Aperture Science's propulsion gel testing, you've made some real contributions to society for a change, and for that...
And now we're gonna see Can't Even shoot up here and is gonna set up a portal on the slanted surface in preparation for the lemon skip. Looks like Lathil is doing the crazy box stuck launch route as well. Doesn't quite get the best movement to get on that pipe, but is able to strafe his way back up there. So Can't Even sets up his portals, disables the push trigger, and now is going to get stuck in this portal here. If he can get that lineup just the way he wants. Now that he's stuck in the wall, he can do 14 reportals, get some significant speed. There, very nicely done. And I do believe that Lathil's going to go for that strat as well. Excited to see how well that he does it. But first, Lathil has to finish the last chapter 6 map, Potatoes. Never really know how to say it.
I know things look bleak, but that crazy man down there was right. Let's not take these lemons. We are going to march right back upstairs and make him put me back in my body.
So Can't Even's gonna grab sort of a slanted portal on this blue gel here, set up some blue gel underneath this tube, and then is going to go for another tube stuck launch. Get about 2,000 velocity, 2,000 vertical velocity, and then go straight up, which will give him just enough height to get up to these pipes. For some reason, the blue tube in 3 gels is bouncy like the blue gel, so you can push up against it and bounce off of it and the pipe behind it in order to get height and completely skip taking the elevator up, which is very good because the elevator is slow. And now he can go take on Wheatley and save the world. Or something like that.
For God's sake,
Lathil is heading into conversion intro.
Your only purpose. Walking onto buttons. How can you not do the one warmer?
I think very soon we'll see. Yep, does set up a portal on the slanted surface. Is going to go for that lemon skip. Kenny's going to grab a cube and toss it over. Hopefully it hits the button, but it did not, so you can just go ahead and set up a button. It is important to get the cube throw in a no SLA run of the base game, Portal 2, but in Speedrun mod, the cutscene has been removed, so you don't really have to get that trick first try.
Oh, that felt really good. Oh, here's an idea. Since making tests is so difficult, and nothing. Alright, can't blame me for trying. Okay, new tests.
I'm waiting with bated breath to see how Lathil does with the lemon skip. Can't Even finishing up the first chapter 8 map test, where Wheatley puts you through his very simple rudimentary test because, you know, he's a moron. And Can't Even's gonna go and set up the funnel fly glitch, or crouch fly glitch. Looks like he didn't actually get it, so is actually just gonna try and get up to the funnel again like this. It's important to set up the funnel fly in order for to do the next couple of maps very quickly, because you can preserve the glitch between maps. But now that he's got it, he can proceed. And Lathil, as I was talking about funnel fly, presumably successfully did the lemon skip and hopped onto the end of conversion intro.
Yeah.
I know, big throwing. I think at this point, you know, obviously I wouldn't say that the race is completely decided, but Kent Even's definitely got a big enough lead that he'd have to make some major mistakes for Lathil to pull up ahead. Firefox wishes to update itself. I think I'll pass on that for now.
I'm coming. Don't start yet. You are not going to believe this. I found a sealed off wing.
It always asks to update right when I'm in the middle of doing something good.
Just sitting there, filled with skeletons. Shook them out, good as new.
So I didn't talk about it in Ceiling Button, but it's a great map to have Funnel Fly on because it lets you just skip to the end. Same with Wall Button here. You can just go ahead and float over, grab the cube, and toss it up like you did.
Alright, so that last test was seriously disappointing.
When you have Funnel Fly, though, you can't bunny hop like normal because as soon as you jump, you will you will fly to whatever the ceiling is or the highest point in the map. So you do have to manage your height a little bit more, particularly when you have the glitch activated. But now that he doesn't have the glitch, we can go ahead and get the portal cut. Nicely done. That portal shot is... I don't remember the specifics of the glitch, but you can shoot that portal onto a surface that definitely shouldn't be able to have a portal on it, right next to the button and the end of the level. Lathil heading up to challenge Wheatley on his test as well. A true gauntlet. Let's see if he's able to complete it. I do see a check mark. Looks like he did finish the test for the first time and presumably will complete it for the second time. Nicely done. Can even on the map stop the box. Is not going to stop the box. Instead is going to hit the faceplate at the same time as the box so that he can grab it. I'm speaking in the present tense, but he's already finished it, so...
I'm going to tape you solving these and then watch 10.
Kenny was one of those players that is just really consistent, which is especially important for these full game runs. As soon as I start talking about the strats that he's doing, he's already finishing up the level. Like Laser Catapult here. Getting Funnel Fly, bouncing off the tube, getting to the end. And having Funnel Fly is going to be helpful in Laser Platform here, because you can just fling, portal up to the button, and then grab the cube in midair while you're flying. And then you can get into this funnel, which will lose your Funnel Fly just in time to do the milkshake strat, and doesn't get quite fast enough to fade in the vision again. But in the darkness, you can still move, and it looks like he was able to get to the end of the level just as well. Lathil's on Wall Button now. He's going to go over and grab that cube. Presumably throw it up, do the same strat. Looks like Even's going to go for that fling. I don't know if he had portal funneling on, or perhaps he just shot the portal a little bit too close to where he was falling. Didn't quite get the fling, had to go for that again.
Only 3 more chambers to your big surprise.
So in the final Chapter 8 map, Kenny was going to go ahead and use the Funnel Fly. Fly her all the way to the end through the doors, and then lose it just in time to get into the elevator for Finale 1. Lathil is going to portal up in Funnel Catch for the portal cut. And actually, he seems to get it very quickly. Very cool.
No, don't do that. Stand right, hello. Where'd you go? No, seriously, do come back. Please, come back, please. Okay, look, I've decided I'm not going to kill you. Okay? Oh, just thinking back to the old times, the old days when we were friends, good old friends. No, I can't help but notice that you're not coming back. Oh, I've got an idea. Ha! Death trap! Something break back there. Ha! Was that your bullet riddled body flying out the roof? It was. Oh, those were the crap turrets, weren't they? Yeah. Well, no matter, because I'm still holding all the cards.
I'm going to see if I can set up just a few more seconds of delay before the end. It might take a little bit of time to activate, just so we can, towards the end of the run, have slightly closer timers. Kenny Evans using the funnel fly again here in Finale 2 is going to go ahead and hop up. And we're going to take a little bit of time to delay here while Lathil slow motion moves. Oh, actually, he's going through laser laser platform here. Going to grab that cube. Very nicely done. So Kenny Evans going to go for the strat straight in front of the turrets. Fly in front of them. Nicely done. First try. It's quite easy to die to those turrets if you don't have enough speed, or you mess up your movement, or hit the railing, or any number of things. Because, surprise, surprise, the turrets do shoot bullets, and they do hurt. Can't even hit the railing there. Luckily does not get slow fly, just takes a little bit of time loss having to get his speed back. Lathil setting up for the propulsion catch. Fling. Gets his portal in a good spot. He's going to wall strafe, and we'll see how he does. I do see a black screen. Looks like he might have had to load his save in order to try it again. There we go. Kenny Evans going on to Finale 4, the final map of the game. Approaching the Wheatley boss fight, where you have to put a bunch of cores back onto Wheatley to corrupt him. You can see on Kenny Evans' map, there is the bomb, what's it called, the little residue from the bomb. I don't know if that's from the last run or why that's still there. That's quite funny. I've not seen that before. He does actually get the bomb preserve here, so by shooting those portals and juggling the bombs in the air, you can hit Wheatley before he even starts shooting his second round of bombs. You can do it again for the third phase, but in the speedrun mod it doesn't actually save time to juggle the bombs again. And then finally, instead of using the orange shell, is going to do a fling upwards, but very slightly misses grabbing the fact core, the pink core up there. But he does manage to put it on.
Please press the stalemate resolution button.
And then it's going to set up his portal shot for the last shot of the game. The early moonshot trick, where you can actually shoot the moon right there, and gets a final time of 30 minutes and 45 seconds. Lathil, unfortunately, I'm not sure if this is just his stream delay or what, but he is still going for that propulsion catch strat, having to reload multiple times to get it. A bit unfortunate. At this point, might be just worth getting funnel fly and flying to the end, like you would see in like a Portal 2 single segment run, or a no SLA run, I mean. Lathil says in chat, speed wall strafing was fixed. I feel that pain. But I will go ahead. We can mark Can't Even as the winner. And we will mark him as done.
Who else would I be doing it for? No one? Who else would I be doing it for? No one? Who else would I be doing it for? No one?
Yeah, unfortunately his stream has still been a little bit laggy. It was better than it was last race, definitely, but still a little bit delayed, and unfortunately tracking at several frames per minute instead of frames per second like you'd like to see. Luckily, the pirate party
how's
is
it going,
going
Gojo?
back on. Hello, how are you?
Wait, what?
I just said hello. Can you hear me?
Oh, hang on. Look, I think I have my audio's broken. All right. There we go. I can hear you now.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Now
sorry,
I'm
that was
messing
on
it
my
up.
end.
Oh, okay,
Oh, you-
great. Awesome. Well, congratulations, pirate party. How did you feel you did?
The second run was objectively better,
Yes.
and honestly, for no reset runs, I woke up an hour before this.
Yeah.
Pretty good actually.
That's fair. Yeah.
That first run was actually on like world record pace up until chapter 6, which is really unusual.
Oh, gotcha. That's about when I joined, so I guess I missed the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's a prop catch moment and a half for sure on Lathil's end. Yeah,
My runs
I was
definitely went a lot better than they did with Burger 40.
Burger 40. He's in the chat right now.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, yeah, huge fan by the way.
For
But
sure.
yeah, I almost actually lost a round to Burger 40.
Wow. Have you currently lost a round yet?
No, I've only had 2 matches.
Oh, gotcha. That's right. Higher seed makes sense.
Mhm.
You do sort of have the world record in this category.
A little bit. Yeah, it looks like my next matchup is going to be with Haza TF, which I foresee myself winning. Don't want to call it early, but
Sure. I was gonna say has his it looks like his mod PB is 35 minutes and 21 seconds. So
yeah, if I get a 35, I will resign from the tournament.
that'll just be the end of it.
Yeah. Then after that, I have versus either Sushi or Zaipe. Sushi's probably going to win that one. It's going to be me versus Sushi, which I could actually lose that one. Because he had world record for a little bit. He's good now.
He did, yeah. I think that would definitely be the hot matchup to see.
And
me see if I can
Let Astray or Bets. Only one more round until it starts heating up.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh, I'm not sure. I guess I don't know who is Lathil. I suppose just gonna advance. I'm super bad at reading tournament brackets.
Oh yeah. So Lathil is the loser of round 61 or match 61.
Yes.
So he will be.
He's down in losers round 4, number 17.
Oh right, yeah. Well, yeah, he's match 69. He's gonna play the winner of Bill Play versus Magic Salad, which is probably gonna be Bill.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
The seeds say that match should actually be pretty close, so that's interesting.
We'll have to keep an eye out. Let's see, Lathil is just going through. Well, in our stream time is going through finishing up finale 2.
Also, according to Lathil in the match setup channel, speed wall strafing was fixed.
I know, I did see that. I definitely feel that sometimes.
Do you know what that was referring to?
I would assume prop catch.
Oh yeah.
Because he did take a couple seconds. He did have to go for that strat several more times than you'd like to see.
Man, fun fact, if I had as many frames per second as Lathil had per minute, I would get a better GPU.
I don't know. It's I don't think it's actually because I was looking at other. I mean, and I've seen Lathil stream before. I don't think this seems to be an internet connection issue on his end. Not.
I think his internet
encoding.
is not good.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, he said posted today. Wait, did he DM me? He did. Today is going to be a good stream. 0.49 megabits per second upload.
Ooh, very nice. That's not even one.
Not what you like to see.
No. I know it's been a lot of fun, looking over, seeing how you're doing, and then checking back on Lathil's side to decode how far he is in his current chamber. Looks like he did get the bomb preserve and is going to go for shooting Wheatley.
Core corruption at 75%.
Oh, okay. Looking ahead, sorry to spoil it, but it appears Lathil got a 27. Okay, he fixed it. But he said he got a 27.
The original edit, yeah. 27-22. Could you imagine?
Could not.
Yeah, his stream was frozen from the last match on 29-29. We were quite impressed that he was able to beat your world record so handily.
Oh, yeah. Cardin says, poor Lathil. Valve patching the game on him.
You hate to see it, you really do.
Well, it appears Lathil has finished. He got the
Right.
invite for post-comms, right?
I'm going to click done, and then he should get it.
Okay.
So hopefully that goes through. Because, I mean, it all happens automatically, so all I can do is
Yeah, it does.
click it and pray. Obviously, you know, why am I telling you how it works?
Okay, interesting. The first match, I was only about like 3 minutes ahead of Lathil. But this match I got a 30-45, and Lathil got a 37-22. So
Right, yeah. I think it was, yeah, like you said, this one was definitely objectively better. When I did join in on the first match, I think I saw you spend quite a bit of time on Cave Johnson, if I remember correctly, getting that reportal.
there was like a few seconds on Cave Johnson, but I lost literally a minute in Crazy Box. That's the takeaway.
Oh, Crazy Box. That's fair.
Yeah. But I did
Lathil.
also lose a little bit of time on Cave Johnson, but who doesn't?
Hello, Lathil. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Are we
Yeah,
coming
dude.
through the internet to you?
Grats, how'd the runs go? Lathil, I did not rig the race.
Game is bad.
I know, it's so unfortunate that they patched the game on you like that. But yeah, I was gonna say, aside from sad prop catch moment at the end, was there anything else that you felt didn't go so well, or did go so well, maybe?
Well, probably every chamber.
I feel
That's
that.
fair. That's fair.
I'm not,
It's like how my runs
I'm
went
not
last race.
counting evens today.
Well, really, there's not that much here to talk about.
No, I suppose not. I mean, that wraps it up, folks. Ken even will be going ahead, advancing to the winners bracket, and then Lathil will be playing the winner of Magic Salad and Bill Play 3 sometime in the future. I don't have anything else. Any closing comments?
Yeah, I'm not exactly a professional streamer, so I don't know how to do this talking thing.
That's okay. That's a nice closing comment.
71% drop frames in last year.
Very nice.
0% drop frames.
Yeah, Ken even flexing on us and also streaming on the Portal 2 Speedruns channel. Very nice.
I'm streaming on the Portal 2 Speedrun channel.
Oh, I apologize. That's my bad.
Yeah, my alt is just that.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps it up. Thanks, guys, for playing. And yeah, oh, you already put it in the chats. Make sure you follow the runners and the commentator. And that's it. Goodbye. I love you all.